As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Open man is Osborne. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good, and, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Cousins. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is in. Touchdown, from Chicago, J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. The Vikings had 3 and 8 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Bears defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem? When they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 41. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Fields now to throw. pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dean Lowry able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking it about the 36. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Out of the backfield, he was trying to get that to Alexander Madison, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Madison running left, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here at the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Cousins. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. On third down, Cousins. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing is Cousins. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Cousins now. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here. Now a first down throw, Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. $10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Another run here with Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Mark
Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In motion, the tight end. Right back to Dobbins on first. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A give left side here for Herbert. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears add 6 to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Now a handoff to Cohen running left side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action now. Cousins.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Here's Cousins.
Now throw right side here going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And a short gain down to about the 33. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now Cousins.
Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
On play action, Fields.
Flushed out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. And off right side for Herbert.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
139 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll go again with Dobbins. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
That good for 19 and a first down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Fields. Open man is Duvernay.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try to run through it with Dobbins.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
Here we go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he's brought down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Cousins
swings this out here for Cohen.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural.
Yeah.
But